Okay! Welcome to episode 25 of TRI. I am your host, Infection. And as we learned in, I think it was last episode, episode 24, you have realized what my real name is. I'm not going to repeat it, because that'd just be weird. Jared. Anyway, this episode I'll be doing a Q&A. My fans and friends, they send me questions over Facebook and not Twitter, because I don't have a Twitter. I don't like Twitter. It's just annoying to me. All the hashtags and and everything. Ugh, I can't deal with it. Let's just go ahead and get started. Nicole asks, why is Nicole the amazing person on this planet? Explain in detail. Well, Nicole, I'm going to go ahead and just correct you on your grammar there. It's why is Nicole the most amazing. Okay? You're welcome. Well, Nicole, I've known you since you were a freshman. You hated me. But that's normal. A lot of people hate me to begin with. I'm just a very hateable person. I'm not very likable until you get to start talking to me. Then, I make you fall in love with me just instantly. As to how you are the most amazing person on this planet, I'm just going to have to say that you've always been there. You are funny. You have self-esteem issues, clearly, because you always sit there and talk about how bad-looking you are and all that stuff, and you shouldn't do that because you are a good-looking woman. I said you're funny, right? Yeah, I said you're funny. You understand things. You're very smart. You're bilingual. I really don't know what else to say, Nicole. I don't know what you want me to say, because you're probably going to go down my neck no matter what I say anyway. So I'm just going to move on, okay? Is that okay with you? 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 This next question is from Jeff. Why pro wrestling over all other career choices? Why pro wrestling? I love the business. I love the industry. I fell in love with professional wrestling in 6th grade when my friend Greg and my nephew introduced it to my life. And it was a very emotional time for me. I'm not going to get into that because I've only shared that story and all that with only one other person, and I'd like to keep it that way. But I love how you can just go out there night after night, put it all on the line, and then walk away. You can just walk away and just know you either did good or you did bad, because the fans will let you know. I just love entertaining people. I love it. It's there's nothing better than going out there and putting a smile on a kid's face and just being the everlasting impression that that kid can have, to inspire them to do whatever, be a doctor, be a professional wrestler themselves, just inspire them in a way that only entertainers can. Especially when you go out there and you're a little kid, maybe 5 years old, and you're sitting there and you see these larger-than-life characters just right before your eyes. Nothing like it. This next question comes from Bianca. I'm sure all of you remember her. She hasn't been in a video in a while, but that's her fault, not mine. I'm kidding. Two-part question. Question 1. Don't you think that Bianca has been such a gorgeous cheerleader in your career? That's an easy question to answer. Yes. Question 2. What does wrestling mean to you? Wrestling is my life. Professional wrestling, I've had it in my life for, 7 years now. I've had it in my life for 7 years, coming up upon 8. It's changed my life for the better. I have a lot more respect for myself because of professional wrestling. I have a lot more respect for others because of professional wrestling. Professional wrestling just means the world to me. I'm finding it hard to put it into words, and I'm not very good with words to begin with. But yeah. This next question is from Terry, from California. Which professional wrestler truly got you started? So which sports entertainer was my biggest inspiration? Well, Terry, this is a very intricate question, and it's a very good question. I gotta say, it's probably one of the best ones that It's on this list here. There's many. When I was growing up, I was not allowed to watch professional wrestling. Until sixth grade, I hadn't seen an actual professional match, ever. I had only known what I had heard from pretty much just my dad. Because my dad, he's a very old-timey dad. And, of course, back in the day, the biggest of all time was Hulk Hogan. So I would always be hearing stories about Hulk Hogan. So Hulk Hogan is, I gotta say Hulk Hogan, really. What you gonna do, brother? While watching Hulk Hogan, once I became, in love with professional wrestling, then I found Randy Savage. And Randy Savage, oh my god, I love Randy Savage. I absolutely love Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, love them both. Everybody who knows me knows who my absolute favorite of all time is. And that would have to be the rated R superstar, the master manipulator, the ultimate opportunist, Edge. On to Kristen, another two-parter. Question 1, do you have a fallback? I do have a fallback, actually. What I want to do, though, is I want my fallback to incorporate into professional wrestling in some way. I can't not be involved with professional wrestling. I can't do it now. It's not in my nature. I can't do it. So I'm gonna be taking creative writing classes and possibly sports medicine once I progress along. To maybe even some color commentary stuff, broadcasting. Question 2. Will your ring gear be better than Nacho Libre's? Well, Nacho Libre, that's Lucha Libre, and that was based in, I think, the 50s? I think it was based in the 50s. So we've come a while since the 50s. So yes, my ring gear will be better than Nacho Libre's. This one comes from Mitch. Do you do it for the money or the thrill? Well, Mitch, that's a good question too. That's probably the second best question on here. I do it for the thrill. And by the thrill, I mean I do it for the people. So if you could put on a show, if you could put on a match that's memorable and it will always stay with the person, that's what I try to do. This one comes from Teresa. Question 1. If you could, would you play baseball again? For those of you who don't know, I played baseball growing up. And I'm absolutely in love with baseball. Playing it and watching it, I love it. Yes, Teresa, I would play baseball again. I could, actually, but my time is consumed. Question 2. Would you play violin again? See, Teresa's trying to get into y'all's heads right now. She's trying to let y'all know some stuff about me, okay? I used to play the violin. I played violin from 6th grade all the way up to my junior year. When I play the violin again, I still have my violin. I actually tried to pick it up the other day and play it because I was just that bored, and I thought that would be an interesting thing to see. And I could not play at all. I had forgotten everything. So, probably not. This one comes from Greg. You're graduating. I'm proud of you, brother. You're my best friend, and I love you to death. Greg says, do you like the Jews? Well, Greg, you've gone and put me on the spot. There's nothing wrong with Jews. People, stop giving them a hard time. There's nothing wrong with gingers either. Stop giving people a hard time. Y'all are jerks. The last and final question comes from Alfonso. Fonzie asks, who is Infection? I'm not going to go into the whole detail of how I came up with the name Infection or what it represents, but Infection is the elbow dropping, clock stopping, mother... Whoa, hold on, can't say that on here. There you go. That's all the questions. That's all the answers. You've gotten it all. This Q&A, episode 25. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Oh. For real though, get out of here. I don't want to see you.